Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Williampierre, here back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing another review on Blox Fruits. This review is going to be on the Chop fruit, and I hope you enjoy. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy. Alright, so the Chop fruit is a natural fruit that costs $30,000 in the store. It's one of the cheapest fruits in the game, and it only has 3 attacks. The Chop fruit is probably a very controversial fruit because it really depends on what you're doing. If you're a melee main or a fruit main, this is absolutely useless, in my opinion. And that's what I'm going to go on later in the video. Basically, no one, and I mean no one, uses it for its abilities. Like, well, its active abilities. Its passive abilities are the reason it's taken. Let me just demonstrate. Of course, I can't really show you, but its damage is very low. Well, I guess its damage isn't that low. It's probably better than Spike in damage, but because I'm currently being a melee main, I can't really prove it. Demonstrated by that, and the fact that I do a lot of damage. But its main attribute is this. Let me walk up to this guy. Notice how I take 0 damage? That's because the Chop fruit allows you to dodge all attacks from swords, no matter what sword, no matter what attack. And so that's pretty broken. And it's accurate to the anime because its whole ability is that it can essentially move around its body parts out of its body. Like, you can make your arm just kind of dislocate and fly. So it makes some sense. Of course, I wouldn't say it'd be guaranteed because a smart enough swordsman would be able to do it. Someone like Zoro or Mihawk would definitely be able to counter this. First, because the user Buggy in the anime is a complete idiot. Now, unlike most fruits, this fruit is actually used by a boss because I forgot to mention in the previous video, the Bomb and Spike fruit are used by several different enemies, but no bosses. I believe. Are they used by bosses? Don't correct me on that at some point, but it is used by the factory men over there. They do use it, so that's something. The Chop fruit is only used by 1 boss in the game and 0 enemies, and that is the Bobby boss, also known as Buggy, but it's copyright, so Bobby. On the second island in the game, Bobby's Island, he is very bad as a boss in general because he doesn't really do much. But his fruit makes him an interesting boss, I guess. Not really interesting, seeing as not many people use the sword fruit at that point. Or not the sword fruit, the swords in that area of the game. It would be funny if there was a sword fruit. Like, technically there could be one, but I don't think the developers can add it. There is the Blade fruit that exists in the anime, which is basically just a spike fruit, but they're thin. And probably sharper, I presume. But, yeah, that's literally it to the Chop fruit. Its abilities completely useless. You got a long-range punch. You have a really weird-looking bodily dislocation that does little to no damage. And then you just have the body crit. All of them are, like, pretty low-effort, useless abilities. And so, instead of spending this entire video reviewing the fruit's attacks, I'm gonna give you guys some potential combos and good matchups, depending on what you do. Anyway, the Chop fruit has a very good matchup with swords, because sword users fight sword users. And, well, not necessarily, but if you have Yoru, for example, the Dark Blade, I recommend, if you have the Robux to spend on Yoru, I presume you have the Robux to spend on buying Permanent Chop, I recommend it. I would never recommend buying a Perm fruit other than maybe Buddha and Light. Those are the only 2 I really use often. Because Buddha won greatest fruit in the game for farming up until, like, very late on. Useless in PvP, as I found out today when I got absolutely cyberbullied by a level 1900 who just so happened to use a few different things, although he was a bounty hunter before, so he knows what he's doing somewhat. And the interesting part about the fruit that I find is the fact that it really does not have a weakness when it comes to melee and close combat. Because it's great and all that you might have like a melee attack with superhuman and stuff, but there are easy counters to something like that. And if you know how to counter a melee main, you know how to counter a Blox Fruit main, like of different varieties of course, because no two fruits are the exact same, you can pretty much just keep top permanently and just constantly use your, I don't know, legendary 3 swords, or truce 3 sword style. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, because I don't know any of the good swords in the game. I mean, Rengoku's not terrible, well, mid-game, I guess. And second, see, Rengoku's apparently the best sword, so that's something. Well, the best sword, I say, because legendary, true swords thing. That's actually about it, because using this coupled with melee and fruit can... Well, melee can work, gun can work, but not fruit. With fruit, it's useless. There's no point, because if you're using a fruit, chances are you're not going to want to use chop. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's going to be a shorter video, but I'm going to put a stat sheet in just a few seconds here. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.